edition of the YouTube channel Too Many Plugins and Delta X-Ray. I'm your host Alex. Today we're going to test something interesting over here. I got here the first generation Ryzen 3 1200 CPU over here in a B450 motherboard with 16 gigs of RAM, of operating memory, and then we have a 2 gigabytes graphics card over here. So the Ryzen 3 1200, why is this interesting chip? Is because it's only 4 cores and 4 threads. It's a 65 watt TDP, thermal dissipation power, but it's actually, it runs in more or less between normally between 34 to 45 watts of power draw. That's not the thermal dissipation power, that's something else. Just the power draw is really low. And even if you overclock it, it goes to 50, 55. This one runs out of the box 3.1 gigahertz, but because the TDP is so low of this chip, you can overclock it to 3.9 without any issue whatsoever. And if you don't even want to go up really high in power draw, like more 5 or 10 watts, that he runs like on 45 watts, 55 watts between that, then if you keep him on 3.5 gigahertz, then he consumes almost no power whatsoever. And it's also extremely silent, the vents, because there's very little heat generation in the CPU, so the CPU vent stays really quiet, and your power supply also. So a really interesting chip this. Now, why is it funny to test this one? By the way, show you the main board. It's the ASRock B450M HDV R4.0. Everything running in PCI Express 3.0, including the graphics card. And the NVMe drive, everything is running in that. We have 16 gigabytes of 2666 memory running over here. And the graphics card is the R7 250X. But don't understand it wrong. This is actually the AMD FirePro W600 unlocked with a Nemesis driver to R7 250X, 2 gigabytes of GDDR5. Without overclock, 750 on the core, 1000 times 4 makes 4000 respectively. No overclock on the CPU or the graphics card whatsoever. So we are completely here in, and also not the memory. It's the highest that the Ryzen 3 1200 supports. Now Ryzen 3s are not sold anymore unless it's for OEM companies that Dell and HP and stuff like that. But the Ryzen 3s are not sold anymore. They are in APU version, but like this without a graphical processor, because this one doesn't have a graphical processor. Ryzen 3 series are not being sold anymore. They actually are, but in APU version with graphics added in it. And then they're also not called Ryzen 3. Today it's only Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7 and Ryzen 9. This being the first generation of Ryzen 1200, 4 core, 4 threads, first generation of Ryzen is not so good in gaming, very good in multitasking and stuff like that, but productivity. But gaming, they are not great. They really made that much better in Ryzen 2, and especially Ryzen 3, when they started more refining it, became way better. These chips, you can, by the way, pick them up on the second-hand market for 12 euros or about 10 pounds, these quad-core CPUs, these Ryzens. And some games, if you don't have hyper-threading, like this doesn't have, it doesn't have any simultaneous multi-threading this, so it's only 4 cores and 4 threads. And there are actually some applications that can run better like that, and some games. And it can also take a little bit latency away, because when you have hyper-threading or simultaneous multi-threading, you can also sometimes have a little bit of a latency because you are still loading it off on virtual cores, not on real core. Threads are, you can offload it, but they're not the same as real cores. So some games even like it, that you turn hyper-threading, or in AMD SMT simultaneous multi-threading you turn off, you know. Anyway, we're going to test this now in Battlefield 1, and I'm then here recording everything through the FirePro W600 through the NVEC encoder. We are recording everything now in this moment. Let's see what kind of frame rate we can get like this in Battlefield Online. Running Battlefield 1 over here, very period correct. The CPU came out in 2018 for about 130 bucks. But it's actually quite period correct. This. Let me see if we can find something over here interesting. Yeah, we'll try this one over here. I'm, by the way, in this moment not running from a NVMe. I'm this moment running the game actually from a normal SSD, 1 terabyte. So we don't have now SSD NVMe speed. We have just normal SSD speed, about 550 megas up and down. For people interesting, still going to AM4 platform. If you buy AM4 motherboards, buy something like a B450 motherboard. Or the A320. They still are support all the generations of Ryzens. Do not buy the A520 and the B550 motherboards because they only support Ryzen 3 and up, so you cannot use Ryzen 1 and 2. So that is already really a big letdown. They also don't support overclocking, so there you go. And then the A520 is then still PCI Express 3.0, the same as the B450. So you know, you're not even gaining really nothing with the A520, you're losing a lot. So you cannot use all the processors in it. So if you go for a board, avoid A320 because they're already old, but they still support all the CPUs. But then they don't have overclocking. And yeah, A520 and B550, do not buy that. You can only use Ryzen 3 or higher on it. So there you go. Waiting just a little bit in queue. So this PC, if you would get the CPU used with an NVMe drive in it, let me see. Yeah, the graphics card is used, $40, and then the CPU is used, $12. So I think that if I make the calculation in my head, the rest I bought on new, probably 225, you could run this PC. Of course, 2 gigabytes of Vram and only a 4-core, so it runs all the games, but all the games are better anyway, because the new stuff is all that woke purple crap, you know, garbage live service games. So, you know, if you like to play all the games which are better anyway, then this is actually like a really interesting system. You could, besides CPU and graphics card, you buy then second-hand, but with guarantee. I bought them from real shops. One was CEX and the other one is a refurb company that... They sell you these CPUs and graphics cards, but the CPU got 5-year warranty and then the graphics card 2-year warranty. So, and the rest about everything new. NVMe drive you can get also already 500 gigabytes for about $33 or something. Motherboard with a discount coupon B450 you can buy for like $60 with a discount of €10, like $50 or something. So. A memory also 16 gigabytes. It was like 26 or 28 gigabytes, a dual a kit. So yeah, $225, $250 you should be able to build this PC. So there you go. Let's just try out how this is gonna work. We see by the options over here. What am I running now? We're now in low. We start here with medium settings, and then we'll jump to low, and we'll see.
Entry kit is available near your location.
Hoppa. The rest I left everything on default, so I didn't change anything besides the resolution.
We have taken objective.
Yeah, in medium over here it's a little bit jittery, so but that's also because we are then streaming at the same time. So it's 32, so yeah, 64, the server is full. Okay, go to B. We have a squad leader actually doing something. So yeah, it is playable, a little bit jittery as you can see. This is probably way better than being even stepped over here. By the way, running also in 1600 by 900, so it's not 720p, it's a little bit higher. But yeah, it is playable. And don't forget that we are also at the same time recording, so streaming. So that also taxes your system a little bit. It's mostly on the NVAC, but yeah, it's still tax system a little bit. I was yesterday also a little bit playing, and I noticed that I really needed to lower it. Come on! I got a medic. He died. Almost the end of the round. In the next round we'll put it on low, and you'll see that low it's way smoother. But that's when I'm streaming. When I'm not streaming, then medium even runs really well. Go! I'm gone. So yeah, it is playable actually. It's quite impressive for only a quad-core CPU. I'm really impressed by this. Normally I run, by the way, here the 5500 6-core 12-threaded Ryzen. That's a Zen 3. Yes, a Zen 3 system. So there you go.
We have lost objective Charlie.
My God. So yeah, it's almost the end of the round.
We have lost objective apples.
And what we are here then actually really hitting is just the VRAM and the clock speed of this graphics card. That was a crazy end. Yeah, we are really hitting over here the limit of the graphics card VRAM, and also clock speed. This being a workstation card that has way lower clock speed, only 750 megahertz on the core, and then 1000 to 4000 respectively. So yeah, that's a little bit the problem. That's really what we are hitting over here, because I'm sure if we had and I'm gonna try that also. We're gonna overclock the CPU. Is now stock. Gonna put it to 3.5 or up to 3.9 between that. See how the power consumption is and the heat, the noise. I don't like noise, so I want to keep the noise down. You know, and then overclock the graphics card also with afterburner, and then see what kind of frame rate we're gonna get. In 2018, when this chip came out, there were still many i5 CPUs also that were still running 4 cores, i5s. i5s didn't have hyper-threading, they were just 4 cores and 4 threads, and then the i7s were 4 cores and 8 threads. And yeah, this game still from that time is also really made still for 4-core CPUs, you know, so it runs good in it. We're gonna, by the way, now, we'll play this just a little bit. Like this, and then I'll drop the.
What's the plan, Sergeant?
Drop the resolution too low. Come on. We got the enemy nearby. It's going really slow. So yeah, it's running pretty well, all things considered. And then remember that if you're not streaming, you're gonna have even a better frame rate like this, and less jittery. So all things considered, not really so bad. And I think over here we're actually not even hitting the limit of the Ryzen CPU. I think we are hitting the limit of the VRAM and of the graphics core. That's really what I think we are hitting over here. But very playable. This map is more playable than the map before. The map before was a little bit more laggy. Someone over there. Where is he? Oh my god. Come on, kill him. I got a bunch of medics by. I count as a kill, okay. Don't die on me, yes. So yeah, all things considered, really not that bad for only a 4-core CPU. This CPU, when they came out, they were about $130 or something when they launched on the market. Hey. So they weren't the most expensive CPUs out there. This was really the introduction of Ryzen. They came with the 1200, then the 1300X, which is just the 1200 overclocked. That's why if you clock this one to 3.5 up to 3.9, you basically have a 1300X. And then the 1400X is a 4-core 8-threaded chip, if I'm not wrong. If I remember it well. Yeah. And this chip really wants to be overclocked. You can even use a stock RAID cooler for it for overclocking. This thing consumes so little power and runs because it doesn't even have hyperthreading, doesn't have anything like that. It stays so cool and uses so little power that you can overclock this thing until like there's no tomorrow. Oh my god. I just want to play this map here on medium graphics, and then we'll try low. You'll see that in low the frame rate actually really goes up. And also, by the way, if you play this not in 1600 by 900, so 720p, but if you would play this on not on 900p but on 720p, so 1366 by 768, you will have a way better experience.
We have taken objective Charlie.
I'm wounded. Medic!
Oh, I'm already not anymore. Okay. Where is he? He's dead?
Now what, Sergeant?
Where are we going? Holy moly. What's with the screaming?
What are we doing, Sergeant?
Where are they? Ah, I was being shot from there. My God.
We have taken objective Edward.
So yeah, two ways of going about it. Or go to 720p instead of 900p like I'm running now. So that's 1366 instead of 1600. Or go to low and then you will have a way better frame rate. This graphics card also recommended actually 720p, not 900p. So there you go.
We are losing objective Edward.
Position under attack! Stop the man! Someone patch me up.
We have taken objective Duff. We have lost objective Edward.
We're taking one of our objectives.
Yeah, nice one. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun here still with a 5, 6, 7-year-old chip, I think it is already.
Objective Butter.
Holy moly. And tomorrow I will run this whole thing in overclock. Minimum 3.5, but I think I'm gonna try 3.9. I know that it runs on 3.9, no issue whatsoever. But then it starts getting a little bit noisy. I really don't like van noise. I hate it.
There's grenades for them! Bring a grenade!
No latency, unfortunately, on the... Oh, thank you, sir. Having a little bit difficulty over there. My God, he was over there. Followed order, so yeah, we go over here. Go E.
What now, Sergeant?
We are losing objective Duff.
Ah, he was there next to me. Nice one. Okay, we're on 500 points over here. I'm gonna try to shift shift to low. And then the advantage of this chipset, oh my God, is the fact that you can then just here with this motherboard, the B450, you can go to Ryzen 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000 and 5000. On this motherboard, this particular version, you cannot go to the 3D versions. Unfortunately, it doesn't support that. Maybe with a BIOS update, but with these VRMs, I don't think he would do really well running on this particular motherboard a X3D chip. I strongly don't recommend you of doing that. But it's also because it's more an entry-level board this. My god, he saw me well. We're almost on 500. This, by the way, this motherboard is the HDV ASRock B450 HDV revision 4.0. You should also not do any overclock on Ryzen 7s or Ryzen 9 on this board. It supports them normally, but do not overclock those chips with this board. Ryzen 3, Ryzen 5, APU, stuff like that, you can do, but do not run on this particular motherboard anything higher than Ryzen 5 in overclock. So there you go.
Halfway there, we have the upper hand.
I wouldn't bother recommend of doing that anyway on any entry-level motherboard. I would not run any. Whoa, 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 whoa! My God, wrong button. Now I'm dead. Of course. Yeah, on entry-level boards you should not try to overclock any Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 9. Really bad idea.
All objectives.
I mean, you can do it, but it's not gonna survive very long. Okay, we're on 500. I'm quickly just gonna go over here and go to low in this case. We're still low. And then, as you can see, 1360, 768, so we're in 720p. I thought we were actually running 900p, 1600 by 900, but no, 720p. That's what we are running now. Yeah, I think if you're an RX 580 and stuff like that, 1660 Super, and those kind of graphics card on this CPU would be really cool.
Dynamite shot.
I'm gone.
We have lost objective Edward.
Got plan, Sergeant.
Yeah, I thought this map wasn't really so heavy, but it's actually quite demanding actually. It's also normal, there's a lot going on. A lot of particles, a lot of effects.
Grenade out, mate.
Yeah, as you can see in low settings, 720p, this is actually much better, much smoother. So yeah, the whole limitation over here is really the graphics card. It really is.
Grenade out. HC prime.
Ah, there was a little bit of latency there. I could still detonate the dynamite when I was already dead. So there you go.
Thanks, chum.
Holy moly. Would have been perfect if I had now, but I don't. Oh my god, I thought he was mine. Turkish server, where a lot of people talking Turkish. These games are very popular in Turkey, apparently. I don't know if that has to do with my geo location over here, but Here I get always a lot of Turkish servers. So in Turkey, well, I don't know if they love servers or if they love Battlefield. I think they love both. Yeah, this is already a little bit more playable, to be very honest. Holy moly. That's immediately more playable, to be very honest. And you will get this even... Oh, go. You would get this way better even if you're not streaming, because the streaming is really a little bit still robbing some VRAM, so of the graphic card. It's running on the NVEC encoders, but it still taxes your system a little bit. My god. Asshole cheaters. Asshole cheaters.
What's our order, Sergeant?
I'm terrible always in talking and playing at the same time. I get totally distracted, but there you go. Yeah, a lot of particle effects going through the air, so yeah, this is quite demanding actually, this. I have to admit. Where are they? Yeah, this is actually a really demanding map. A lot of stuff going on. Oh my god. Zoos. I don't like these maps at all. We'll go for zoos. I don't like even this one also, but I don't like them, both of them. Just by the way, I have another account. This is not my normal Battlefield account. I have only in this account like 60 hours or something. My other account I have like 300 or something. And by the way, in this moment also multi-streaming to two different YouTube channels at the same time. So there you go. So your experience also with load times will be better if you use an NVMe. This is just a normal SSD, 2.5 inch. So with NVMe you can, PCI Express 3.0, you can get like a 3200 mega transfer drives, and you will have a good experience. PCI 3.0 goes up to 3.5, so 3500. So 3200 or something, if you buy a drive like that, you have really a good performance. So there you go. But this is just now running on only 500 mega transfers. So if you yourself a graphics card with more VRAM, 1660 Super or 750 Ti with 4 gigs or something, or RX 580 or 570 with 4 or 8 gigs of VRAM, you will have a way better experience than this. This is really hitting here the limit of the 2 gigabytes of VRAM, and then the low clock speed of the Fire Pro cards, workstation cards.
Aha, onlara bir bomba. Bu bomba onlara.
Want to make sure nobody over here hanging around. Whoa, 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 whoa. Burak in game is not gonna save me. No. So yeah, you can get yourself really, and even if you then get this kind of stuff used, then you can get even cheaper. But I think that yeah, even for new and then only a CPU that is then used, you can set yourself up a really cheap gaming rig. Hello, console. Oh my god.
We have taken objective butter.
By the way, really hot in Portugal now. It's probably already 40, 42 degrees in the interior of the country in some places. Over here where I'm near the sea, it's 10 to 15 degrees cooler than that. But yeah, in some places it was already hitting 40, 42. And then becomes always a problem with forest fires, unfortunately.
We are losing objective Charlie.
Yeah, we got some bad medics. Nobody's reviving no one.
Bomba atıyorum. Çabuk olun.
Oh, sorry. Oh. Big confusion. Get here. So yeah, the old battlefield still works. Oh, that one is mine. Let's bring the whole building down.
We have lost objective Edward.
Hello. Oh, over there. I'm fine. So yeah, 720p playable.
Tahrip cephanesi kuruldu. Tahrip cephaneleri yerleştirildi. Evet, emirleriniz neler çavuş?
There's a horse over here.
Tahrip cephaneleri hazır.
Object
We
E
have taken
take.
objective Edward.
Bu hedefler bizim hakimiyetimizde. Emirleriniz nedir çavuş?
Ah, next to me over there. My God.
We have lost objective butter.
Our F team, someone help me. Well, if you speak like that, I don't think people are gonna help you really, but there you go. So you're acknowledging that your team sucks and then you want help.
Bomba fırlatıyorum, dikkat eyleyin. Bomba atıyorum, dikkat eyleyin. Haydi, bu hedefi takip edin.
Oh my God. Still almost 64 players. Oh.
Bomba atıyorum. Başınıza dikkat eyleyin. Dikkat! Bomba atıyorum. Süper al.
We have taken objective butter.
Bu hedef artık bizim. Öyle başladık.
Go, go, go.
Yaralıyım, yardıma ihtiyacım var.
Medic. Ah, my God. Come on, medic, medic, medic. No medic around.
We have lost objective Charlie.
So yeah, the old
Bomba atıyorum.
Ryzen 3 1200.
Bomba gidiyor.
It plays, man. It's whoa, 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 why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? I'm stuck behind something.
We are losing objective butter. We have taken objective Charlie. Halfway there, we have the upper hand.
Oh, go, 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 go.
An enemy armored train is en route.
Oh my god, there's a train coming. Come on, come on, come on, medic, medic.
Fevkalade. Teşekkürler.
Oh my god.
Bomba atıyorum. Hazır olun.
An enemy armored train has arrived.
Tahrip cephaneleri hazır.
Hey. And this chip is literally, I have an aftermarket cooler with a big fan with 4 heat pipes. Well, let me tell you, this is one of the silencest PCs that I've ever listened. This PC is really, really, really silent because of the low power draw. So, yeah, you survived even that. That's weird. It's really silent. By the way, the power supply is it's actually an expensive one. It's a Seasonic, a 520. But you can get away with a cheaper power supply than this. But it's actually, bought a couple of them. They're really good. Seasonic, I love Seasonic power supplies. Used to make them for service and stuff. They're really, really, really good.
Dikkat eyleyin.
I like the ones with Corsair also. But with Corsair, I like the old ones, not the new ones. Oh, those ones are mine.
Emirleriniz nedir çavuş?
Yeah, Seasonic are really good, good power supplies. Oh my god. That also helps in keeping the PC silent. And but even if you use a stock cooler, this CPU doesn't heat up. It doesn't make any noises. It's really, really, really nice. You can hardly hear it, to be very honest. The microphone is even standing straight next to PC now, and you don't probably hear anything of the van noise.
Bomba fırlatıyorum.
And also the workstation cards like Quadros and Fire Pros are always quite silent also because they have low clock speeds and low frequencies on the memory, so... My god. Peekaboo. He said over there.
Bomba atıyorum. Dikkat eyleyin. Bomba fırlatıyorum. Dikkat eyleyin.
Oh, the armored train. I don't know, is this gonna go to 1,000? I don't know. Or 2,000. 1,000. It's okay. So yeah, this is more or less what you get in 720p. And that I keep on saying is in this case of this game is the... Oh! The VRAM, the graphics card, that's letting it down. Because I'm sure that with more VRAM you could have a way better experience than this. Wouldn't be CPU limited so much. And especially not if you overclock it. I had it totally stable on 3.9 already, only with more van noise and more power draw. But 3.5 I had hardly any higher power draw, about 5 to 10 watts or something. Oh!
atıyorum. Bomba gidiyor.
A little bit of latency over there. I could still detonate the dynamite, and I was already dead. Wasn't much, but almost a quarter of a second, maybe half a second or something. But that I also have on the 5500, so that's not that is. So we are what, 765, so yeah, it's almost the end of the match.
Bomba atıyorum. Dikkat eyleyin.
We are losing objective Duff.
My god! Big confusion. We're still 41 ping, so no issue whatsoever. For people who are still looking for AM4 Ryzen platform, if you want to buy it new, it's not going to be very much longer available. They are basically now selling out the last stock of it. So a new Ryzen AM4 stuff is really not going to be produced anymore.
Dikkat eyleyin. Vuruldum. Sıhhiyeci.
See how many medics are around me. My god.
Bu fevkalade. Teşekkürler.
Yeah, now everything is AM5, so yeah, if you still want AM4, yeah, it's gonna be new, gonna not be around much longer.
Bomba gidiyor.
We are losing objective Duff.
He's over there. You saw him or not? Over there somewhere. Under the bridge. Oh my god! Yeah, almost winning the round. As you could see, Battlefield. If you go down in graphical settings, it really doesn't matter so much from low to medium. It's really not so significant. In some games it gets really bad, but Battlefield is always a game that. Even if you lower the graphics, it's not really that much more ugly as many other games are. Oh.
Bomba atıyorum. Çabuk olun.
A sentry cage
Bomba
is
atıyorum.
available near
Kafanıza
your
dikkat
location.
eyleyin.
Ah, my god! Lol, we suck. Yeah. And by the way, normally used to a little bit higher frame rate. Normally I run the Ryzen 5500 and NVIDIA Quadro K2200, which is basically a GeForce 750 Ti with 4 gigs of VRAM. So I have normally basically Not well, not a double, but a little bit better frame rate than this. Was he just there disappearing? Yes, he was. Yeah, it's almost end of the round. Sometimes the chat is hilarious what people write down, especially the ones that cannot write so well English. It's really funny the way they write the things. You can understand it perfectly, but it's really funny sometimes. Yeah, it's the end of the round. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a little bit Battlefield 1 on the Ryzen 3 1200 4-core 4-threaded chip and an AMD Fire Pro with 2 gigs of VRAM. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe. Cheers and beers from Alex here. Ciao, ciao.